The Dallas Mavericks are only 2 wins away from making the NBA Finals, and they've had to win the majority of their games without Maxi Kleber. We saw him go down with a really bad shoulder injury in the first round of the playoffs, but we do have somewhat of an update and a timetable for his return, as well as Max, who's been sidelined with the ankle sprain himself, has been in the gym putting up shots. We do have reports of Anthony Edwards requiring an oxygen mask during Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals and could raise concern for the young superstar's conditioning. Maybe there's an underlying injury, but we're going to break all that down in this video. How's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavericks Digest, bringing you the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get started with today's video, if you guys could just drop a like on this. We're trying to get to 500 likes. If we could get that in this video, that would be great. But like I said in the intro, we do have somewhat of an injury update with Maxi Kleber. We saw him go down the first round of the playoffs where he tried to posterize Amir Coffey, went down, had a weird shoulder AC injury, and he's been sidelined ever since. And some people were really worried with how this Mavericks team would do without Maxi Kleber. Going to the second round against the Thunder, they got Chet Holmgren. They've got, a lot of shooters on that team. They space the floor. They play 5 out. And without Maxi Kleber being our only real stretch 4, we weren't sure what was going to happen. Now, what did happen was a Mavericks dub. PJ Washington stepped up. He was able to space the floor. He knocked down a bunch of threes in that series. It was huge for us. Him and Derrick Jones Jr. really helped just carry this team to a victory in the second round. And with Maxi, I do believe we win in maybe 4 or 5 games. Maybe we don't go to Game 6 because Maxi has been really good for this team. We saw him go down with a weird pinky toe injury earlier in the season where he missed a significant amount of games. And since he's been back, he really hasn't been playing the same. But the update that is around Maxi Kleber saying that the Mavs forward, Maxi Kleber, getting in rehab work today at pregame shoot-around. Kleber's still out, but is supposed to be reevaluated soon after dislocating the AC joint in his right shoulder back in Game 6 of the first round. And I saw some other reports saying that the earliest that Maxi may return is if this series goes to Games 5 or 6. And that would just be the earliest. I'm not sure if we do bring Maxi back that early. If I'm Jason Kidd and I think that we have a real chance of making the finals, if we go up 3-0, I'm telling Maxi take as much time off as you need. Keep resting, keep rehabbing, because if we can make the finals, we're definitely going to need you. Most likely the Celtics will be the ones making the finals between them and the Pacers. And if they do have Kristaps Porzingis back, Maxi will have to do a lot of just guarding KP on the perimeter, on the interior, spacing the floor out, just being that extra option for us. And if not, like I said, we have the options, we have the manpower, we have the personnel, all the weapons in our arsenal to just win any game, to beat any team. And we're showing that time and time again. Like I said, Daniel Gafford, Derrick Lively stepping up big time for us. PJ and DJ Jr. stepping up big time as well. Kyrie and Luka leading the charge. Josh Green, Jaden Hardy. The whole team has been playing very well without Maxi, and I truly believe that we'd be better with Maxi. But how much better are we with Maxi? Well, the numbers don't lie. The best defended field goal percentage at the rim among all forwards this playoffs. Number 1 is Maxi Kleber, 23.8% at the rim. And now I understand he only played 6 games. It's a small sample size, but I feel like if you stretch that out from those 6 games to the about 18 games that we've played so far, I do believe that Maxi's numbers would still be the best amongst all forwards. I mean, the number 2 is OG at 47.1%. Jaden McDaniels is at 41.5%. Karl-Anthony Towns at 58.1%. So Maxi's defense is definitely missed. Like I said, next man up mentality. We're still able to get things done. However, if we can get Maxi back for the finals, if we get Maxi back for the tail end of this series at least, it's just going to help this team even better. We're on a roll to the finals. We're trying to bring home another chip to Dallas, and Maxi can definitely be a part of that. As well as Max, who's been sidelined himself. Before the playoffs started, he had a weird ankle sprain injury. I'm not sure if it was at practice or if it was away at home, but he did go down with the ankle sprain and hasn't seen the floor at all. But I got this right here. I took a screenshot of a video. This was the shoot around before Game 2. He's out there shooting threes, knocking them down too. Max will be the replacement of Maxi in the next few years. You can mark my words on that. But Max looks pretty comfortable. He's putting up threes in the open gym. It looks pretty good. And I'm not saying he's going to come back. I feel like our rookies are doing a good job. Like I said, Derrick Lively has been fantastic for us. He's gone 2 games without missing a single shot. Phenomenal. He's growing over the season and in the playoffs, just taking the next step and then the next step. I don't know how many more steps he's passing, but he's jumping the whole staircase, it feels like. So him, Jaden Hardy, Josh Green, our young guys are doing very well. And I think Max could help contribute to this team's success. But I understand that we're doing pretty well right now, and there's no need to really force too many roster changes and just lineup changes. And if we can keep him just healthy longer, he'll be a real asset for next season for sure. Omax was very good this season in the with the Dallas Mavericks as well with the G League. And I do believe he will see some rotation minutes next year as Maxi is another year older. Dealing with injuries, Omax may need to step into that role for us as our stretch big going forward. Like I said, our young guys are doing a very good job holding it down on the offensive end and the defensive end. And as they keep improving, this team keeps on pushing. And we also have an update on Anthony Edwards. We saw after Game 7 against the Denver Nuggets, Anthony Edwards wanted to call out Kyrie Irving saying, yeah, I'm a guard him. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that, Anthony Edwards? I mean, I get it. You're the next face of the league. You're the next Michael Jordan. So I understand that you want to take on the toughest assignment, and I'm not even mad at it. I don't think it's disrespectful. It's you stepping up and taking the hardest challenge. Good on you. But in games 1 and 2, Anthony Edwards has just been gassed. Everybody from pundits to analysts to the media, they just keep saying Anthony Edwards is tired. Now, you can just say that's an excuse for Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards is a great player. I'm not going to take anything from him. He's a hooper's hooper. But he has been looking pretty gassed towards the end of games 1 and 2. And we do have this report that during the time Anthony Edwards was checked out of the game from 7:53 to 5:31 remaining in the fourth quarter, the Wolves guard put on a face mask to receive oxygen in the tunnel by the Minnesota bench. And I'm not sure if you think this way, but I think that should raise somewhat of an alarm because he did go down with a really nasty fall in the second round against the Denver Nuggets, and apparently his averages have gone down ever since. And maybe there is some underlying injury that maybe they know about that they're just keeping it under wraps and just trying to see how they can play it through, or maybe they don't know about a hidden injury because he is just tired. Now I understand guarding Kyrie is no easy task. Kyrie is one of the top guards, if not the top guard in the league, and just like Steph Curry, he's going to make you run around screens. He's going to make you go up and down the court. He's not going to make it easy on you. But Anthony Edwards being gassed, needing an oxygen mask, it sounds very just exaggerated, a little bit dramatic. But if he needs that, if that's what he needs to stay in the game, again, there may be something bigger. But like I said, Kyrie does not make it easy. If you look at these numbers, Game 1, he was 6 of 16, shooting 37.5% from the floor and 41.7% from 3. In Game 2, yeah, he scored 2 more points, but his numbers were worse, shooting 29.4% from the floor and only 28.6% from 3. I don't wish injury on my worst enemy, and it's just basketball. It's not that serious, but Anthony Edwards is a great player. If there is an injury, I hope he gets all the help that he needs because I like to defeat my opponents when they're at their absolute best. But who knows? Anthony Edwards is a great player, but Kyrie is obviously a lot better. He's been showing it time and time again. He's reinventing his image, it feels like. He's showing everybody the hooper that he is, the champion that he is, and the number one player amongst the guards that he is. I don't care if you don't agree. Don't argue with me. Argue with your mom. You know how I feel about that. Kyrie is a superstar in this league, and he's making it known every single game in the playoffs, as well as Luka Doncic. That game winner over the defensive player of the year, Rudy Gobert, was just phenomenal. Had him on skates. I saw somebody said he should join America's next best dance crew. Ridiculous. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for making this far to the video. Check out our Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. Consider becoming a channel member. We are doing a triple jersey giveaway at the end of this month. In about 2 weeks, we'll announce the winners. And the only way to enter into our jersey giveaway is to become a channel member. We are going live again tomorrow for Game 3 against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Don't want to miss it. Make sure you subscribe. But until then, y'all take care. Peace.